Hey there, Thick Thoughts. Ask and you shall receive, and by that I mean merch. Have you wanted to support us and look stylish repping that thick thought look? Well, here's your chance. Visit teespring.com/stores/thickthoughts and view a nice catalog of hoodies, shirts, mugs, and more. You can proudly show that you are the thickest of thoughts to all your friends, neighbors, and that one dude that decided to use the elliptical right next to you when he has the whole rest of the gym to work out in. Again, that's teespring.com/stores/thickthoughts. Look fabulous and be the thickest of thoughts. And now, on to the episode. Okay, so welcome to the Thick Thoughts podcast, everybody. I'm Ellie with my beautiful co-host here, Sarah.
Hi, that's me.
And we're joined today with the beautiful and amazing Nicole and her husband, Pudge.
Hi.
Hey. That's his actual first name, Pudge.
Yes. Yep.
I think it's Charlie, right? I don't.
Yes.
Okay, because I was like, I don't know his first name, and I don't want to say the wrong first name. So.
No, it's cool. You can call me Pudge. Nicole just feels like that's my new name.
Yeah, that's
when we were in Orlando. That's all she called me.
Exactly. I never heard.
Yeah. Everybody I met called me Pudge.
Listen, Pudgy was feeling himself with them suspenders in Orlando.
I'm just saying, I liked them.
He loved the Instagram world in Orlando.
There was nothing wrong with the suspenders. The glow up is real. I've been waiting to say that.
Like the transformation, like no suspenders to suspenders.
So Nicole, let's start off with you. What's your weight journey? How did you get to where you are now and all that kind of good stuff?
Well, I was fat as fuck. No, I'm just kidding. So I blew up after we had our oldest daughter. And I tried to lose weight for 12 years, couldn't lose it. I had a friend that actually had surgery. I thought getting surgery had to be 100-pound life. I didn't know it. I just didn't know anything about it. So when we moved here, I researched it, got the weight loss surgery, and now I'm a skinny bitch.
Hey.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know.
Were you always overweight, or is that something that happened after your kids?
I was really chunky when I was a kid. In 5th grade. Shut up. So we've known each other since 2nd grade. But in 5th grade,
grade, she was fine. I had the biggest crush of the light blue dress. Oh man,
I can't.
Yeah, we'll go into that later.
I cannot. So in 5th grade, they him and my best friend shit me because I used to trade my Beanie Babies for snacks.
I didn't know this. Yes. I did not know this.
I did not know this. And talk shit to me all the time.
Oh my god, that's what happened to your Beanie Baby collection. It went straight to your hips. Oh my god, now it all makes sense.
You're not. Stop. So I was chubby as a kid. Then in 8th grade, I did the no carb diet.
Atkins diet.
Yeah, Atkins diet, whatever. I was only 13, and my uncle actually did it. Decided to join him for a month. I went from 140 pounds, which at 4'11", pretty chunky. And then in a month I went from 40 to 115, and then I got really sick out of nowhere because I was consuming 0 carb for an entire month. And then I was skinny throughout high school. That's when Charlie decided to get with me because bitches, apparently.
I got with her the summer after 8th grade.
But
she was skinny.
He didn't like me when I was chubby because we were in math class together,
in 2nd grade, she was skinny.
So then I kept the weight off throughout high school. Then he got me knocked up senior year because I was still skinny then.
Mm.
Yeah, classic. I thought like, oh, I'm pregnant. Like I can eat whatever I want. I didn't even know how to make easy mac. Like I did not know how to cook like at all. So we lived off of fast food the entire pregnancy. I gained like 80 pounds with our first pregnancy. And then after that, it just went, the weight just creeped up and up and up. And then more kids. And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But after, what was it? Right before our second child, you lost what, 50 pounds?
Yeah, but I was still.
But yeah, I mean, she was thicker still, but I mean, at the time she lost 50 pounds. So, I mean, you could definitely see it different, but we think that's why she was struggling to get pregnant, was because she was overweight. And as soon as she dropped the weight, got pregnant like this.
Yeah. Like we were trying forever to get pregnant with Parker.
Yeah,
that's our middle child. And
yeah, they say like, that's why a lot of doctors, after you have surgery, they're like, do you have birth control? Because like people who, after surgery, apparently become like,
if I wasn't like, if Charlie didn't get like fixed like a puppy, we would have probably already had at least 5 more kids in surgery. Like, let's be real here.
5 kids in 2 years, huh?
Like, for sure. For sure.
He did the math.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, how did you first learn about weight loss surgery as like an option, or like, was it presented to you, or you said your friend did it?
Yeah, I had a friend that did it. She didn't tell me she did it, but she had like, her mom had got it done. So I started looking into it. We moved here, I looked more into it, and then I was like, all right, my insurance covered it completely when we moved here. So I just got it done. I had to do a 6-month pre-op, and that was that.
Yeah. And so you guys are married.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
I guess that's what they call it.
I'm just kidding.
Kind of.
So like, I guess like it's interesting because we have you both here, because usually we only have one person here. Like, how do you think that this whole journey has impacted like your relationship with each other? And I guess also like subsequent, like you could talk, I don't know if you guys can talk about like how this journey has like impacted like how like you parent, or if it has impacted, I don't know. I don't have spawn.
I'll let you answer this. Get in this frame.
Well, I mean, like on the impact of the relationship, I just feel like we get maybe less arguments about
better sex.
Well, yes, I was going to get into that, but let's like not jump straight to sex here. Let's talk about the other things that come in a relationship. It's not just 24-hour rabbit fucking. But yes, the sex is better. It's definitely opened up new doors. But no, like, because she's a happier person altogether. She's not as miserable, especially we lived in Florida. She was overweight. She was hot all the fucking time. It's like, I mean, she was miserable as fuck. Literally. What? What are you talking about? What? You know, I'm not fucking lying. You were miserable all the goddamn time. And that has an effect on your relationship. So she's still a bitch. I mean, it didn't change that. I mean, she really is.
After 17 years, this is what I get.
But I mean, let's be real. I thought we were supposed to be real here. No filtering, no lying. I mean,
oh my God, are we gonna have a first divorce on this podcast? Like,
no. This is every day. She knows, and I know.
I know. I'm kidding.
But it's definitely affected that aspect of it, where she's a happier person all the way around.
For sure.
And then with the parenting, I would say just the choices, like we kind of watch our oldest. She's like kind of going into she's not, but she just wants to fucking snack and eat bad. So we're trying to limit
and like
that.
We said, she has potential to be chunky.
Oh yeah, because I was
pudgy,
chunky, yes.
and I was pudgy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to call it.
Before we dive more into the sex questions, because I know that everybody wants to hear about that stuff. What was it like for you, Pudge, to see like Nicole go through her like weight loss journey, especially now with your kids and everything? Was it something that was welcome, or was it something that took you a little while to kind of like warm up to?
No, I love it. I really do. I mean, I've loved it all through ever since she started losing weight. I mean, I've been in her corner, and even now she looks back a year ago, she's like, oh my God, I was still fat. I'm like, no, you weren't. You were losing weight. You looked great. I mean, I'll be completely honest with you. Really?
Sorry, edit
Really?
that out.
Edit. I'll be completely honest though. I mean, like I did go through a little bit of insecurity stage. Like all of a sudden my wife, and I'm not saying that she wasn't always beautiful, she wasn't always attractive and all of that, but all of a sudden I have a new wife per se, and I was just a little bit insecure of all kinds of shit. So
And that's when he decided to make his little Instagram.
did I?
Yeah, that's when he was like, I want to work on my pecs.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, I guess that's what happened.
Yeah.
So, but no, I did go through an insecure stage, and I apologize for her for that. And it was just, I mean, it's different. I mean, she had all this new stuff going on in her life, and yeah, I guess that is the reason why I did the Instagram was kind of.
I know.
Oh.
Do you think, like, do you have any advice for partners who are like? I guess to me, I think it seems normal to, like, if you're seeing your partner go through like a body transformation, something that is like traditionally more attractive, I would say. Like, I think it would be normal to feel insecure. Do you have any advice for like partners who are going through that? Or, I mean, maybe Nicole can also chime in on like, did you do anything to like help him through that?
I mean, yeah, like I always tried to like include him in trying to like include them as far as like working out, but we have 3 kids, so we couldn't really go to the gym together. So that's why we decided to like create the home gym. Another thing, like, I mean, I don't know, Charlie's always been pretty, like, he had his little hiccup there for a moment, but it wasn't nothing like crazy or anything. So I just say like, I mean, support them. I mean, it's been kind of easy for me. Like Charlie, like as far as like food and stuff, he's not picky. He'll eat what I eat. I see some spouses like they'll have to make so many separate meals between like their kids and their spouses. He's always been pretty much on board. He's a lot more easygoing person than like
my advice would just to any other spouses that go through it is just back up a little bit, think about everything that's going on, realize that your wife or your husband, whoever, whatever side you're on it, that they're going through life changes and they're doing something better for themselves. When we were in Orlando, we talked to a couple people that they were telling us how they were getting a divorce or splitting up or this and that. And it all came down to the spouse just being insecure about it, which when I seen myself doing it, I just really had to step back a couple steps and say, hey, look, she's the same fucking person she was before. She's just has a new, healthier lifestyle. She's getting into shape. And I just would hate to see anybody ruin a relationship because you guys were happy when him or she was bigger. So why all of a sudden now that they're healthier and changing and getting more? Nicole's biggest thing I can say that I love about her weight loss is her confidence. I love seeing her, and that's why she's going to get plastics, because even after all of this, she still gets self-conscious about her skin and this and that. And after seeing her lose over 100 pounds and still get upset when she goes to get ready sometimes because something doesn't look right, that makes me upset because, I mean, she put a lot of fucking work into it. It's not like she just got a...
All right, go.
Really? We're not getting to the sex questions yet. Is that all you want to talk about?
But it's like true, you know, like.
All right, you guys got to do thick thoughts XXX for her.
Okay, I will. Whatever. Never mind. Let me just chime in on that real quick. Like, some people blame like weight loss surgery for like their marital problems and everything. I don't.
Your problems were there before, I think.
Yeah, your problems were there before, or that person, like either the spouse is getting like totally insecure, or you know, some people like lose weight and they just become like, I don't know, like. Yeah. I mean, I think feel like it's the weight loss that, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, what? You guys can chime in, but I think that extreme weight loss, like, is going to magnify problems. So, like, or magnify your relationship. So, like, if you have problems that you haven't, like, addressed, like, it's weight loss surgery and going through this change is only going to magnify them. And I've heard a lot of people, like, I think you see a lot of people who are getting divorced, but then I don't think you see as many people talk about like how it strengthens relationships. And I think, you know, if you had a bad relationship, it's going to only
right.
But if you had a good relationship, yeah.
Hold on, you cut out, Nicole. Sorry.
Oh, can you hear me now?
There you go.
I was just saying, like, communication really is Like, we've always communicated pretty well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
I mean, I'm very outspoken and I'm a bitch.
She's
so I'll
very
just say what I
outspoken.
want to say. Like,
Yeah.
And
You
then
guys
you're-
seem like you talk a lot.
she talks a lot. I listen
I mean,
a lot.
you see the dots on the gram. Can't blame the jumpers.
Hashtag don't blame the jumpers. I just finished
Gosh.
a little shot of Fireball for anyone curious. And then I'm working on a Dr. McGillicuddy's root beer. I think this has been in my freezer since New York last year.
Oh, damn.
I know.
At least it don't go bad.
Do you guys miss anything from before?
Gosh, not at
Yes.
all. What?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let's see if we're thinking the same. I miss like us just like going ham on some food.
Yes, pigging the fuck
Like,
out. Like,
skinny too soon.
Seriously. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing I
yeah.
miss.
Well, not even. I do miss that, but like you say all the time, you wish you could just turn it off for a minute.
Yeah, like
Just for a
sometimes I
meal,
want to turn
like-
off my sleeve.
Like my favorite would probably be like going to like Texas Day Brazil. That shit was
Yeah.
like going to like something like a fancy buffet or something like that. That's what was nice. Or like the midnight snack in or something like that. I mean, that's probably the only thing that I miss.
we like food.
We do. I mean,
Oh.
obviously
I did-
she didn't.
I didn't get to 300 pounds by not liking food.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, I miss going to like Cheesecake Factory and like,
Oh.
Like, you
Or
would
Hash
eat an
House to
appetizer.
Go-Go,
ugh,
the chicken and waffles.
Mm.
That shit
like
was awesome.
appetizer, a full meal, and then you're like, no, I'm too full, and you would get me and my boyfriend would get a cheesecake to go, and then we would have it later in the day, and it's like looking back, I'm like, oh my God, that was so much food.
I know.
But yeah, I wish like you wish like for moments that you could like turn it off just to like indulge,
Yeah.
but it's also like, Sarah, you're addicted to food, so maybe that's not a good thought.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm grateful for my new tool. Like, I'll take this over anything, but
Yeah.
there's times when you want to just like pig out. Like, so we got cereal the other night. I haven't had cereal since before surgery. So I'm like, what,
Mhm.
19, 20 months post-op. So we got cereal. We go to the grocery store and I'm like, selections, they're endless. There's so many different cereals. But I can't have like, I wanted to try them all. So I couldn't just have a bowl of each. I just had to bite. That's kind of like annoying.
Mhm.
And here he is. He was like housing like 3.
I did not have 3 bowls.
Basically.
Bro, I had like 3
Two.
bowls. I wanted to try all 3 cereals, so I went light on all 3 of
But
them.
I couldn't decide. I'm like, do
Good
I
choice.
want Golden Grams or do I want fucking Fruity Pebbles?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had a little bit of all.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Like you have to be strategic with a smaller.
Yeah, you do.
Because like, you know,
So true.
the bread bowl comes out and you're like, oh my God, I used to fuck up some bread. But then it's like,
Yeah.
okay, but do I want to fuck up one piece of bread and then have like a quarter of my meal, or do I want to like not do the bread? Like it's really math. Like you have to think about.
It's true. And that was like my hardest bread. Bread, like I like any bread. I will take the fanciest bread or I will take Dollar Tree bread. I don't care.
Yeah.
Slap some butter on that shit. Whatever. But now it's like, it just takes up too much space. It's like,
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
know.
I've
gotta
never
share.
met a carb I didn't like, honestly.
I miss going ham on Cuban bread. That's mine.
Yes. Oh, we used to love Cubans on the Run or
Yes.
something. It was in Orlando.
I'm painfully white. What's Cuban bread?
Oh, the best bread ever.
Just like
It's
so
just bread.
good.
It's just
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
bread, but it's just a type of bread.
like a loaf
How they
bread.
make it. It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
it's made with lard, which
Is it
you
like
know,
panini bread? Like kind of. I've
it's
had like
crusty
like-
and then super soft inside.
I think I've been
Yeah.
to a Cuban deli somewhere, so maybe I've had it. I wish I could
We all
remember
like
all the
food.
food I've eaten. You know.
Did you guys have a food funeral?
Yes.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you?
No, I didn't have enough time, but I had a resurrection. On my 1 year anniversary, I ate a lot of food, but I hadn't ate.
She had a bite or two of different types of food. You didn't eat a lot of food.
Isn't it?
I ate a lot of food. I ate all our leftovers.
So this is the thing. Like, granted, I'm not as strict as I used to be. Like I still have limitations. Like, I love Doritos. We all know. So I allow myself to have Doritos month because chips, I can just keep eating them. So I allow myself 1 month to have them. But as far as like the food funeral, I couldn't do it because the day, like I planned on it, but the day that I got my surgery date, we were walking out of our house. So I didn't, she's like, okay, start your liquid diet today. And it was like 1 week away from surgery. So I didn't like have time to do a food funeral. So that's why I had the resurrection. And I had like a grinder, I had Doritos, donuts.
I pulled back.
A grinder
yeah,
for
that's
those
when
who not. Can you translate a grinder for the rest of the country? Because not everyone.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is.
Oh, it's like a sub, like a public sub.
But it's a northern sub, and it's so much better than any kind of sub you find in the South.
Right, Sarah? Can you agree?
Are we fighting on pub subs right now?
Oh no, pub subs are delicious. They're delicious, but you got to come to the north and get a grinder. It's something about the bread, or I don't even know. It's just It's just so good.
So we're gonna move on to the question everybody wants to know: the difference in sex, before and after.
Tell us about your genitalia.
Don't. But don't.
But we will. So like last night I was riding him.
Oh my god.
Let's just start there.
Fake thought exclusive.
Oh my god, really?
Look, he gets so embarrassed. I don't get embarrassed. Everybody knows.
Okay, you were riding him. Regular or reverse?
So I was riding him regular, but I was like kind of like a
frog.
You were kind of like what? Sorry?
Yeah. I was like a frog.
Wait, you
like,
keep
you cut out. Say it again.
Like a frog.
You were riding him like a frog.
Leverage to get a good balance going.
But
she was flat-footed.
But I was like an Energizer bunny. And even during Charlie was like, NSV. We do it all the time. Like, so, and he was just like, what did you said something. You were like, I don't know. But he was just like NSV, and he's like, oh, like something flexibility. So that's definitely improved.
Oh, yeah.
A bitch don't get tired no more, because before.
That's stamina. Stamina.
Shut up, okay? Don't be correct.
I'm not. I'm just telling you what it is.
But yeah, so that's changed. Other than the fact that like now I have like this loose skin, so sometimes you'll hear it like clapping for you a little bit.
I just feel like it's going to be a round of applause.
Yeah.
So you're doing a good job.
But so I mean, it's definitely improved. But I feel like sometimes like I'm more self-conscious than before when I was fat.
Yeah.
Like I have like moments. Like yes and no. Why are you looking at me
every
like
once
that?
in a while?
I mean, I'll be like, oh, don't touch me. It's not like I don't know. Like weird.
But then the other night in the car, she's just like ripping all of her clothes off in the parking lot.
Charlie.
So I mean, she was feeling herself. She wasn't self-conscious at all.
I hope your mother is not watching this.
She's not going to watch it. We didn't send her a link, and she doesn't know how to get the podcast.
What's your mother's first?
Kim.
Okay, Kim, you shouldn't be listening.
No, she definitely shouldn't.
But it's just like things like that. Like what else?
But it's just like NSVs all the way around, though. I mean, you're just more flexible. We've never been able to do it like in the car like that. Like you on top on the car.
Oh yeah, like you know what I mean. The kids, like we just go take a ride and then like we park somewhere and like we just do it.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
You got to keep it alive, man.
Damn. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Or
yeah,
like,
I noticed
even,
that
like certain things like
Allie's face is killing me.
Like even certain things like okay, like one night I won't say it was last night. Like you can like.
You can tell you've been
like
waiting for this segment. Like
you
just can't wait to talk about it.
Because these ladies understand. Okay, let me just say.
Any future employers, please listen and record and make sure you bring this up during my job interview. Thank you. Okay, so so like the car thing.
The car thing. Oh, Sarah likes the car thing.
Oh yeah, I've never done that.
Oh, you've never done it in a car, girl.
Well, I also
hop on that dick. I know. Hop on it and use it right.
I feel like it would be good leverage, but whatever. Anyways,
I mean, when I was big, like all jokes aside, when I was big, like there's no way. Can I be like my knees? Oh, my thigh got stuck in the side in between the door and the.
I just shifted to neutral.
But no, I mean, we did it while she was bigger in the car, but it was just like I was on top.
Yeah,
like she's never been able to be on top.
Yeah.
So it was like.
Yeah, like your belly's so big, so you can't like see the dick going in and out, you know? And now you can like watch it and you're like, oh my God, you're fucking me.
I know. Oh my God. Like
Ellie's embarrassed.
Ellie's like, what is happening? No, but I noticed that like I have a long distance boyfriend, friend doesn't know. So like, you know, it's not, I don't get fucked on the regular, but when it happened, I don't know if it was last time or the time before, I lost a significant, I was like watching it happen. I was like, what is this? Like, you have a dick that goes inside me? Like, I knew it, but like, I'd never seen it before. I was like, what? Also, I feel like my head game stamina is like better. And also,
How do you feel?
Yeah, I don't know. It's always been good, so I don't know any different.
I
was like,
But I have noticed that the stamina period
I'm
is
less
better.
hungry.
She doesn't want to take snack breaks.
oh my god. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So have you sat on Charlie's face before?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So actually,
This is like, so I was, there you go, girl. So this is actually like, I was surprised by the number of women who are like, no, I'm too big to sit on his face. And I was like, sit on his, if he asked for it, sit on his fucking face. Like,
I remember you did a story about that one time. I was dying.
It's like,
yes and no, but
Kill
even
him.
now, but if I'm being honest with you, even now, like Charlie loves when I do this. I'm like, no, like I don't know, like I just feel like my skin, like it's just gonna like if I'm like facing him, it's like my freaking fupa is gonna like flop on his forehead, like.
Well, that's how you
Let
face
it
the other
flop,
way.
girl.
No, 69, chill.
I'm just thinking about.
Well, don't be.
You're
Yeah.
thinking about what? Sorry?
I just said I'm embarrassed. Like
Girl,
it just like resting on his forehead.
yeah. My thing is, and I've said this before, I think I've said this before on this podcast or on my stories, or like, if his dick gets hard, and even sometimes if it doesn't get hard because, you know, there's mechanical issues or sometimes, but like, if it gets hard, he's attracted. And if he asks for it, fuck, do it. Like, if he knows if he's met you, then he kind of knows what's going on. So like, just do like, and I know it's easier said than done, but like, I don't know. I'm just
Ellie,
a
are
big
you
advocate.
mortified?
Like, if a man asks to sit on his face, then just sit on his fucking face.
I'm agreeing with this. So,
Oh, no,
Or- woman. Could be a
Charlie's
woman.
going to
Oh
get
yeah, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Be
Or
inclusive.
sit on a woman. If a woman asks to sit on her face, then sit on her fucking face.
Just sit on faces.
Just sit on faces.
Just with consent, like just sit on a fucking
Yeah.
face.
With consent. With consent.
Definitely have to have consent.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'll definitely. Well, yeah.
So to sum it
Hashtag
up,
sit on faces.
your sex life has improved.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Big time.
Yes. But it's weird, though, because it's like having sex with a new woman. I feel like I'm cheating on her sometimes. Like, when you can do things you've never been able to do, it's like...
Really?
Literally. I mean, you got to think the past 12
Like what?
years.
Right.
Tell me something that you
Like-
that, like
Your fucking knees touching your shoulders without you screaming in pain. I mean,
oh yeah, very flexible. The
I mean-
flexibility is pretty great.
Oh yeah, I mean, grabbing your waist from. I mean, it's just all different. I'm not going to be too graphic, but I mean, it's
Imagine
all-
after plastics, he's gonna have like my big old titties instead of my udders. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just like skin udders, you know. So I'd just be like shaking them for him.
He like ties him in the back behind your back, and then like holds it as he's like,
As
"Do
he's
your
pounding
tits
it.
hang low?"
Oh my god,
This is like XXX.
you were just so
Podcast.
excited. You were so excited about this part.
So
You
is
got-
Sarah. Look
You
at
got
her.
more.
I love it.
Your face lit up when we immediately mentioned it. So
Uh-huh.
don't even try to hide
Oh,
that.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
And here's how I'm ready.
Hold on, we're gonna turn the camera off real quick.
Okay.
Remember, we're
So-
on YouTube.
Oop.
Hi, future employers. So you are how many months out from surgery?
19
go
or
back.
20. I've kind
20.
of lost count.
20.
20.
Because yeah, at 6 months you'll be 2 years.
June 7th, 2017, I had weight loss surgery.
Yeah.
That's so precious that you know the date that she got her surgery. Like,
Oh my god.
Oh hell yeah, that's
Yeah.
when she's getting plastics.
And
the
that's
same
when I'm
exact
getting
day.
plastic. Same exact day.
Really? Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So this
That's
is
so
how it
cute.
worked out. Like, so June 7th of 17, I had weight loss surgery. The following June 7th, I injured my back at the gym.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And I couldn't work out. And then now this June 7th, I will be having 6.
I'm so excited for you.
I'm so excited. That I was just like, after plastics, I'm just going to be fucking fine. Like,
Yeah.
You're already fine.
Girl, I was going to say, ditto,
I'm just
Charlie.
going to have the body
I
that
mean,
I've always wanted.
I'm just excited for
them
have
titties.
more,
Confidence.
be more confident. Yeah.
I mean, I
Damn.
think there's nothing more sexy than confidence. Like, even if you're 500 pounds or like 50 pounds, like if you're fucking confident and own it, like that is sexy.
Mm,
Yeah.
definitely.
So do you feel like since you've had surgery, like, what do you think? Have your expectations lined up with reality, or like how has it differed?
Sorry. What do you mean?
Like, is there anything that's like vastly different from what you expected before you had?
I mean, everything's different.
From what you
Like-
expected surgery to be
no.
like.
No. I mean, I don't know. Like, everything went so good for me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just easy. I think it's because, like, I kind of, like, I prepped myself going into it, like, 6 months before surgery. I changed my diet even then. Besides, like, you know, here and there, I would fall off or whatever. But I didn't want, like, and that's what I tell, like, don't get the surgery without making changes, because I just feel like you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. If you don't have your relationship right with food and everything like that. Like, fitness, I even had down even when I was bigger. Like, I've always loved to work out. I just wouldn't see any results. So once I seen those results, even if it was like a pound, like that just kept me like motivated to keep like going and everything.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of been, I don't know, it's been easy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, not to brag, but I don't know. Like, it's just, so,
Yeah.
you
I
know.
think the mindset when you're going into it is important, because I think a lot of people are like, oh, this is another diet. But it's
Yep.
not. Like, you have to look at it as a complete lifestyle change. Like, if you're
Like,
going
I
to
tried every diet. I've tried everything. Supplement, diet, you name it, I did it.
Yeah. And I actually got this question last week, which was, oh, I thought that once you had the surgery, you could just eat whatever you wanted, but only a small portion of it, and you still lose weight. And that's how you keep it off and all that stuff. And I got that question, and I was like, no, I don't know where you're getting your information, but like that catches up with you.
No, it really does. Like, even now, like, I don't know if it's because I don't consider myself maintenance, like, for as far as like a number. Like, I want to be a certain number, but I feel like my body's just kind of like wants to be at this weight. So that gets kind of annoying. Past couple of months, like, I mean, Sarah, I think we were talking about this, just like seasonal depression or something, like just like with weather. I don't know. Like, I just kind of been in this funk, but for like the past 2 weeks, like I finally feel like myself again, like like just excited to work out. I don't know.
Yeah. I think like
Yeah.
after what is it called? Daylight savings time.
Yeah.
Like I know it really screws me up, because I'm like very impacted by seasonality, and like just like the time change always screws me up. So like I get really depressed. And I think like, and the thing is, like, it's kind of like your period when you get like PMS and then you get your period and you're like, oh, that's why I was so upset. But it's like a surprise every month, because you're like, you like get depressed or like moody or whatever, and then you get your period and you're like, oh, but every month it's a surprise. And it's the same thing with like seasonal depression to me. It's like, oh, I'm so miserable. And then it's like, oh, I was miserable because of the weather.
And if
Yeah.
people like Southerners or people that aren't from the don't know,
Hold on. Sorry, you're cutting off. People from where?
if people from the South or the non-Northerners don't know, when daylight savings time hits up here, it's dark at like 4:15, 4:20. It's like pitch black by 4:45, like dark, like 10 o'clock dark.
Yeah.
By 4:45, like it's ridiculous. The first year I was here was horrible.
Yeah, he went through a rough time.
I was rough the first year.
Yeah.
It's just
You
it's
like-
out of nowhere. And then it's
you go
gloomy
into work,
and-
it's dark. You leave work, it's dark.
Yeah, man,
And I've
that's
never
horrible.
experienced it until I feel like this time around. Like, I don't know. like, I don't feel like I'm like depressed or anything, but I just noticed just a difference in just everything. Like,
It's just like blah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just feel like I'm just on autopilot, just floating through the motions. And like, then when you don't, I was so used to just like the scale. I mean, we focus so much on that number. So it's like, for me, I wanted to be like, I need and want to see 138 pounds. Like, it's a random number, but that's what I was before I got pregnant, or the day I got pregnant with our oldest daughter, 12 years or 13 years ago. So it's like, that was like my goal weight for myself. And it's like, I'm not going to see it. Like, it's just, my body's just used to this, and I'm okay with that. But because you're so used to seeing like the pounds just drop and drop and drop, when they tell you, like I said, I don't consider myself in maintenance mode, but when they consider, like, when you're in maintenance mode, it's like so much harder. I see like all the veterans say that. It's really true, because it's like you don't see any changes. So it's like, okay,
Why am I doing this?
Yeah, like, do I really want to post a transformation picture? I don't see a difference from just even, a month ago, like when you did from the beginning,
Yeah.
So it can be discouraging.
Yeah. You were just talking about how like you were kind of unmotivated and stuff like that to get to the gym and to do stuff the way you were, supposed to do, quote unquote, supposed to do however you want. What motivates you to go to the gym and stuff like that? Because you're always at the gym, and it makes me want to go to the gym. So I know that you're like, seeing your stories make me want to go. So what motivates you?
I just don't want to see, like, I'm terrified. I know everybody says like they don't want to see themselves like have regained. They don't want to see themselves get to like the way they were. So that's enough for me. Like, I do not want to be that, like, ever again. So, I mean, but now currently, training for the Spartan race that I'm going to be doing. So that's kind of just gave me an extra push. And then plastics. Because like I tell everybody, like I was telling you and your mom last night, when they remove all the skin from my body, I want the doctor and his surgical team to be like, oh, fuck, she has an 8-pack. Like, like I want like my muscles to be like popping. I don't really know how true that is going to be. But so, for now, that's kind of where I'm at. And honestly, it's just now it's not even physically for me, because I'm sure I'm building muscle and whatever. But it's mentally. My days are so much better. I know people say that, but it's so true. My mood is so much better. I don't get up for the gym at like 5 a.m. much anymore, because it's too damn cold. It's just too fucking cold. Mm-hmm. So I've been going at like 10 a.m. like after the kids get on the bus and whatever, but it just makes my day so much better. Even if I do get myself out of bed at 5 a.m., I can just tell like my mood, my routine, everything's just so much better. And that's just enough for me to like stay motivated and stay on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Ellie's friend Michelle, she was on for one of the first episodes, and she talks about like
Mish sleeved.
Not Mish Sleeve, but like Ellie's
drop.
Personal friend. Yeah. But shout out to Mish Sleeve. But she mentioned in the episode, like, even if you don't want it to go to the gym, you have to look at it like it's a chore, like anything else. Like, you don't always want to do the dishes, but you have to do the dishes. And I think that's like an important mind shift for me, because it's like, there's a lot of times that I don't want to go to the gym, but it's like, you have to go to the gym, because that's like part of this healthy lifestyle change.
Almost every day, honestly. Like, and I've talked about this before, like almost every day, there's more days that I don't want to than I do want to go. Like for the past week, I've been like super pumped, but I think it's just like training for that Spartan has kind of like lit a spark under my ass, because watching the videos for that shit, I'm like, yo, what did I get myself into? Like, what did I get myself into? Mm-hmm. But you just got to do it,
Yeah.
Like you said, it's a chore.
Have your kids noticed a difference in like your relationship together, and also just like separate, like by like have they said anything?
Or like, did you guys have a conversation with them before you had surgery? Mm-hmm. Even?
I don't think so. I don't think so. The little girls were too little. They're still probably too little. Peyton, which is she just turned 12. She notices certain things. Yeah. So I just try to, she's very lazy. That's not a nice term?
No, she's not lazy. Just like, she's not into being active. Like she
prioritizes other things.
Yeah, she's like very into reading and and all kinds of artsy stuff. And
Yeah, she's very artistic.
She doesn't want to do any kind of like outdoorsy kind of thing.
She complains.
She's a complainer.
But we
like
just
her
try
mother.
to. I don't think so. We try to like incorporate those things for her. But I try. Like, I'm not the best at, like, I'm so fat, so I try not to be like that. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's just the way my brain works.
They pick up on that.
They do. They really do.
Oh,
yeah. Because she like the little girls haven't picked up on stuff like that she has. Like even putting certain things on. Like she's like, I don't like that on fat. Or I like chunk like. So I'll try to like get that mind. You know what I mean? And be all body positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it's like hard. I would imagine it's hard because, you see, I mean, I assume I'm not a parent, but like you see so much of yourself in your children that
for sure,
you don't want them to go down the same path that you took.
Exactly.
But it's
like
also
you don't
like,
want to criticize. You know
right?
What I mean?
Like you probably are
them
like
chips or cookies out of her hand because I don't want to like give
fuck
her that,
up even more.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
we'll try to just like, I mean, of course, if you don't buy it, it's not in the house.
Right.
But at the same time, when you have kids, like I'm not going to sit there and be like, you can't have those cookies or chips. You have to eat these Brussels sprouts.
Celery only.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So they still got to have like, it's just balance. And the little girls, balance. Like the little girls are picky, of course. They're 3 and 4 years old. So, all days like peanut butter sandwiches and chicken nuggets and cheese sandwiches. But Peyton, we can get her to like eat veggie. Like she's more
of a what? Sorry?
She's more cooperative. Like when it comes
because
to
the little
eating
girls
balance.
don't understand threats. So she's the only one that threats. So she's the
we
one
will take your phone away. You will be grounded if you don't eat this broccoli.
Or you're going to bed an hour early.
Yeah. Can you remember like when you were a kid, like if you had any like unhealthy, like I know for me, like my parents always gave us ice cream before bed if we were good, or like they always told us to clean our plate. Like, did your parents have any like? Can you looking back were you like, damn, was that was fucked up?
Girl, yes. Like I grew up with my dad's family. And my papa.
Sorry, you cut out again. You what? You grew up what?
Your dad's side of the family.
Yeah, I grew up more with my dad's side of the family, and they're Filipino. So literally, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you will be eating rice. And my papa and my nanny would literally be like, "You're getting so chunky, or you're so chunky, but here, eat this huge bowl of rice." Like, you know what I mean? And then they would have like the house just like I remember they had a refrigerator. An extra refrigerator stocked with every soda, Yoo-hoo, every candy, anything you can possibly imagine. It was in that refrigerator. But then they'd be quick to be like, bitch, you're fat, but eat this food. Like,
right.
So, I mean, you were always treated with like, this was your reward. Like, there was no limitations. I did not start liking a single vegetable until I was 23 years old. They did not force a vegetable down my throat. Nothing. I like lived off of probably, bad food, junk food, processed, you name it.
Yeah. And I think, so, like my boyfriend is Mexican. So something that I've noticed with him, and I think it's different because my family is like very, like, we're just very, like my family's, we're just very white American. But like something that I think is a difference is like, the way that his family gives him, like, expresses love to him is by feeding. And so like when I was there for Christmas last year, like his mom would bring him like a bunch of tamales and like undo them on the plate for him. And like, I don't think they like verbally say, I love you to each other, but like you can see that is how they love each other. So like, I think it's something that I've noticed is different. It's like, oh, like, and then on the flip side, it's also like they're also the most critical of your weight because of whatever.
Yeah.
So like they're feeding you because they love you, but then they love you and then they're telling you like, hey, you need to lose weight.
That sounds like a Filipino family.
Yeah, that's like my family. So hard. Parties are so focused on food.
Gosh.
I mean, my cousin just made every year my family does a calendar and there's like recipes in it, family photos, and tradition that we have. And my cousin dropped calendar. She took over it and she dropped it off tonight. And it was talking about food in there, like just how that's pretty much what brings our family together is food. And I mean, it's not healthy food either.
No.
Right.
Like, it's good food, but it ain't healthy.
Yeah. Do you have any perspective on that, Ellie?
Well, I do. Because, I don't know, my family, I mean, I'm Hispanic, obviously, so, well, not obviously. Obviously. So, like, as far as, like, I mean, I think the Philippines were also taken by Spain, correct? So
Shout out to Spain.
You can't ask me. I don't even know.
So.
I think that they're like they were a colony of Spain.
I know it is, yeah. Because my last name, my maiden.
What? Sorry?
My maiden name is Serrano.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah.
So like it all stems from the same thing. Like it's just a culture of doing that where it's like,
yeah.
Oh, you look so skinny. Oh, you look so fat. Oh, but here's some more food. And why are you only eating a little bit? Are you on a diet? Do you not like the food? And then it's kind of like an insult if you don't eat it. And then it's like, but if you eat it, then you're a fat ass. So it's like there's no winning ever.
There isn't. And
it's always rice with like everything on top of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But luckily, like, I feel like because not only like the weight loss surgery, it brought me to be healthier. I've kind of instilled those things into my family. Like not only my immediate family, like Charlie and the kids, but like my dad's trying to get healthier, even my sister. So, I mean, it's kind of like, bitch, it's 2019. We ain't eating rice for breakfast. Okay?
Wait, is that a thing?
Fruit. I mean, yeah, like that's how it was for me growing up. You'd have rice for literally breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I've never had rice or rice.
He's white, so.
So Nicole, any final words for anybody listening? Anything inspirational or motivating that you want to say? Being goals for everybody.
I mean, I don't think we're goals for everybody. He's a piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn. Like people can't see you. Like people are gonna hear the podcast. They can't see you hugging.
I'm kidding. Like relationship wise, I don't know. Like communication. Like
don't be an asshole. Don't fucking worry about them bettering themselves. Don't get all insecure about it. Be their person. Don't be their enemy. Their food has been their enemy for years. I mean, be their person.
Been my best friend.
I mean, it's been your best friend and your enemy. It's been that fucking bitch that wants your man. Is what it's been. That's what food's been. Has been your enemy and your friend. Your frenemy.
No, Pudgy has been.
And that's what you have to be. I mean, I hate seeing the relationships that end because of this. Because if anything, it should be like what we're experiencing. It's getting better. I mean, sex is better. She's less miserable. She has more confidence. So just be their person. I mean, no, you were always sexy.
Quit playing.
You're always sexy.
But
you're just you're healthier and you are more confident. That's what I want. Whatever. That's how I feel.
That was like a beautiful.
He is so deep. Like he's going to be.
He is so deep. Like he's going to be in you later.
That's what she was trying to insinuate.
Nicole, what about you? Any final?
Bye. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, what Pudge said.
I think Nicole's a little tipsy.
No, not at all. No, but for real, like, this is my biggest thing, like, hashtag stay in your own lane. And what I be telling everybody, like, oh, this and that, like, I just started my journey and, like, they'll message me and whatever, like, do what your surgeon tells you to do to be successful. Like, yes, sure, Instagram is such a big help. This community is amazing, but you can't get, like, wrapped up in, I know everybody says, like, comparing yourself to others and you know what I mean? Just do you. Just worry about yourself and you'll be good and stay out of the drama.
Yes.
That's all I got. Okay.
That's beautiful.
Not as good as yours.
No. I'm just giving my perspective. That's how I feel about it. And I hate to see people ruin their relationship over such a good thing.
No,
Stupid.
Seriously. It is. It's
Stupid.
sad.
Yeah. Well said, guys. So thank you all for listening today. I'm forgetting what we're supposed to say. I forget every week. I need to write this down. But thank you guys for listening. If we're on Patreon. If you joined us on Patreon today, thank you so much. And we're also available where all podcasts are found. Ellie.
So we are on YouTube. We're on Instagram, Twitter. Just look up Thick Thoughts Podcast and it should pop up. Rate and review our podcast on iTunes. It's really important for us to get seen. It actually really does help a lot.
We want to get a nut sponsorship, okay?
We want to get a good nut sponsorship.
Yes, and I think, let me just tune in.
I think
you guys
Nicole,
are amazing for doing
for
our community.
Yeah, I think Nicole's going to get a nut sponsorship later.
Yes.
Sarah just wants, she's going to get off this live and she's going to go on her porn, hub, whatever. I don't watch porn, so I don't know. But yeah, Pornhub.
Yeah, but anyways, thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it so much. You guys are the thickest of thoughts. And we couldn't do it without lovely people like you. So thank you so much.
So thank you, everybody. Bye.
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 Before we go, we wanted to give a special thanks to some of our amazing, wonderful, truly thick patrons. Erica Araujo, I love you. GGC, Gigi is all I see. Heather Gallagher, Hell Lager, Heather, what? Holly Johnson, maybe we can show each other our Johnsons. Jessica Bishop, you can rule my church any day. Sarah's like way better at this. I apologize, guys. Thank you again to our lovely patrons. You guys are the thickest of thoughts.